From In the Beginning to the Musical Apocalypse, this is The Bible Says What. I'm your host, Mike Wiseman. Quick reminder, I will be live on TikTok and YouTube every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. PST. Come join the fun and discussions. Links are in the show notes. As always, thank you for sharing and supporting the show. That being said, nothing sets me off faster than when a Christian defends the pointless suffering of children. Ian didn't know that. Now he does. Let's start the show.
Is there anything in the Bible that you yourself have an issue with? Okay, so it took you reading the Bible to realize that those things were bad for you?
Yeah, it actually did. I
Couldn't
didn't
figure this out on your own?
No, Ted Bundy could be redeemed. God doesn't kill children.
What do you think the Passover was? Yahweh sets up a whole system in the Old Testament where you slaughter animals just so he's able to forgive you.
Tonight's special guest is Christian artist and author Ian Reilly. Welcome into the show, Ian.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for taking the time. So tell us a little bit about your new book.
Yeah, so Encounter is a story about how my wife and I set off to be international volunteers back in 1990. We had never been overseas before. We wanted to travel and we wanted to engage and learn about living in a different culture. And we didn't want to do that as backpackers or tourists. We wanted to engage and actually serve. So, part of that is because as Christians, we felt that it was important that we do that with our lives. So we set off for Samoa so it's really the Australian equivalent of the Peace Corps, if you know the Peace Corps.
Yeah,
US
familiar with that.
Yeah. So the difference being that the US Peace Corps is a US government organization. The Australian equivalent is a non-government, it's an NGO. So it's an aid organization. So we set off fairly naive. We'd done as much training as we could. This is the days before there was any such thing as an internet. So the only thing that we had to go by was really a few tourist brochures and some books in our local library, which were about 20 years out of date already. So we landed there and we just got settled into a home. The conditions that we went on were that you were supposed to live in local conditions like local people and earn a local salary. So there's no privilege here. It's just there's no hardship allowance. In fact, we had about a 95% reduction in our salary.
Woo! Wow.
But it was quite adequate to live there. And so we arrived, we got settled into our house, and then a cyclone came and destroyed everything around us. Fortunately, not the school, the buildings itself, although there was quite a lot of damage. But then we set about, recovering from the cyclone and rebuilding. And armies came, the US Army arrived, the Australian Army, New Zealand, the British turned up as well.
Wow.
They're running helicopters around carrying stuff and fixing up roads and all that sort of stuff. And then we settled into teaching in the school and learning to engage with the culture. So the book is called The Journey into Chaos, which is sort of the cyclone, and then Culture, which is trying to live and grapple with living and working in a fairly radically different culture.
Yeah.
And then the compassion is really about, I share some of the stories of engaging with our students. We came from families that were, some of them were pretty poor by our standards. So they would have had US, a few $100s a year income, US.
Wow.
Yeah. So we went and lived with them and stayed with the families in the villages and became part of those families. So it's about that story and what we learned. and a little bit about the impact on future life and I guess the lessons we learned that we didn't know we'd learned until later on,
Hmm.
and how it set me up for a future career as well.
What was
So,
one of the main, thank you for that. What was one of the main lessons you learned?
so one is, I think, to be comfortable with chaos
Hmm.
and uncertainty. Um, I became a product developer and an entrepreneur. When you're an entrepreneur, life is very uncertain.
Yeah.
I launched a tech startup
Hmm.
um, in the Internet of Things heyday in 2014. Uh, that's a pretty uncertain sort of life, but I think I was very well prepared for that.
Hmm.
And I was also an international consultant running around the world designing products for other companies. I did a
Wow.
lot of work in the US. And when you're working at the forefront of new technology that's pretty unknown,
Hmm.
then, moving forward with a little bit of sort of visibility, moving forward in the chaos is pretty much how we lived in Samoa as well. We know a little bit, we move forward a little bit in the chaos of life. So that was one of the important lessons. I think
Yeah.
the other one was really around connecting with another culture. So a
Hmm.
lot of my life I spent working in other countries. And so understanding what is really important in another culture, what they really value. Like in Japan, they value commitment.
Hmm.
You, if you enter a relationship, you better be committed to stick with them because that's what they expect. So reflecting that back to them means that you're making a connection even though you can't speak the language.
Hmm.
So that was
Yeah.
a very
That's
valuable
awesome.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing how just little things like that are different in each culture. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
So where
yeah.
does God fit into all this?
So ultimately, God gives an ultimate purpose to the
Hmm.
universe and to our lives.
God
And
gives.
so, yeah, the very nature of God creating the world gives a purpose to our lives. The
Huh.
fact that God loves me, cares about me, um, and cares about my purpose in life means that while I don't know everything in the future, I can at least move forward with the confidence that God is going to use me no matter what.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that,
Interesting.
we had a lot of people go out as volunteers that go there, and within 3 to 6 months, they give up and they come home.
Hmm.
And for a lot of them, I think they lost their purpose. They were sort of like, why am I here?
Hmm.
I'm just a waste of time. I'm not doing any good. I'm not making any difference. So a lot left, and I reflect that on that in the book, in
Why do you
that,
think they felt that way?
because it's just very discouraging.
Were they
You know
not
what I mean?
actually making a difference, or were they not helping other human beings, or were they failing at helping human beings, or was it just too difficult to help everybody in your
All of the above.
culture and whatnot? Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. It's a lot of people don't understand just how difficult it is to make a positive change in the world that lasts.
Right,
You can do a
positive
short-term
change.
change that
Well,
lasts, you know.
yeah.
So, like teaching for us,
Hmm.
I would have less than 10 students out of 250 that I taught in 2 years, less than 10 passed a subject,
Hmm.
which means they got more than 50%
Hmm.
mark. All the
Hmm.
rest failed.
Hmm.
So that's
Maybe a
pretty
better.
discouraging when you think, I'm going to go there and
Yeah.
teach these kids.
Like at that point, I
And
would
then
I would
I'll,
restructure the teaching method. At that, I mean, maybe it's just there's something we're not. How do I reach these kids? Type thing. But you mentioned something very curious to me. Purpose to our lives. God gives us the ultimate purpose to our lives. What is that ultimate purpose to our lives that you think God gives us?
yeah. So God has created the universe and created us, and He has an ultimate purpose throughout that. One of those purposes was, I think, the redemption of the world. So,
Redemption of the
that is
world was a
important.
purpose.
Yeah.
That was a purpose
Yeah.
for our lives, was so that God
So,
could redeem us?
so, so the alternative
Well,
is that there is no purpose.
no, well, you mentioned the purpose was to redeem us. Help me understand that. Like,
Well, I
why
said
do we have to have
a purpose. Yeah.
redeem us? So, why is that part of the purpose?
You'd have to ask God.
He doesn't answer me. It's weird. So, so you meant it's very interesting to me. God gave us a purpose in our lives, and that purpose is redemption, which is
One
weird. I find
purpose.
it kind of pointless for God to give us that purpose when he doesn't have to give us that purpose whatsoever. I give my life purpose. I give my life meaning. Actually, the people around me give my life meaning, and the world around me gives my life meaning, not specifically God. And that's really weird to me, that part that you said there, which God gives you purpose. Help me understand that part
So
of it. Because to me,
are
there's
you a
nothing here.
materialist?
So,
Are you a materialist as an atheist?
sure.
Okay. So you're just a bunch of atoms.
Yes. So are
Yeah.
you.
No, no, I'm more than a bunch of atoms. I have a soul and a spirit.
Well, we got to demonstrate that we have a soul and a spirit first. We can demonstrate that we're atoms, but we can't demonstrate the soul or spirit part.
You can go a long way for the soul. You can
Give it a
demonstrate
try.
that.
Give it a try.
Let me park that because
Okay.
that is a longer discussion.
Yeah, let's avoid that one. Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
No, no, no. A lot of atheists admit that we have a soul.
I don't know any atheists that admit we have a soul.
Okay, well, a lot do
I've yet to hear
because
one.
the soul is something that is immaterial, but belongs to a person and is part of
It's
that person.
it's a made up thing. It's a pretend thing for me. That's
No,
exactly
no,
how I
no,
see it.
no, it's
And I
not.
have yet to see any scientific papers on a soul or any atheists claim that they've seen or know of a soul. But that's beside the point. I'm going to get back to that
Yeah.
purpose thingy. So without
So,
God, do you think we can have purpose?
any ultimate purpose? No, there is none.
What,
There's none at all. I
what's
mean,
the
you
ultimate
talk
purpose
about
again, though? What's the
purpose. So
ultimate
you're
purpose?
talking about a temporary purpose. I can go and do things. I have a child. That child's great.
I have a life.
You
I
know,
live one
I've got a
life. This is
purpose
my purpose, and life
between
is
within
is the
my
one life I
family and
live.
so on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
one
that's not
life
an
I live, the
ultimate
people
purpose.
around me, the things I have. But what is the
Yeah.
ultimate purpose, though? Help me understand
The
that. What is
ultimate
the
purpose for
ultimate
you
purpose?
is that you're going to end up as fertilizer.
Death. So death is the ultimate purpose?
No, no, no. For you,
No, I'm
you're going to end
asking
up as
you, Ian,
fertilizer.
what is the ultimate purpose?
For me, as
Yes.
a
No, you mentioned God gives us the ultimate purpose to our lives.
yeah,
What is that
ultimate
ultimate
purpose
purpose
is that my life should glorify God.
to glory? Ian,
Yeah, that's the ultimate purpose.
you don't find
God
that
has created
egotistical
the
at all?
world
Do you
for
find
God's
that
glory.
you don't find that egotistical, Ian?
But for me,
No, for God
no,
to create people with the ultimate purpose just to glorify him.
no. He's the
It,
creator of the universe.
right. That's not
So
an ego trip.
you can't be egotistical. Egotistical would be to somehow position yourself to be greater than you are.
God says he's
But if
greater than everything.
God has created the universe, he is the ultimate creator outside space and time.
Well, we've got
So
lots
yeah,
of
God
creator
can do
gods
what
out there,
he
Ian. So we got
God can choose to do that.
ultimate gods all over the place.
Egotistical is when you're putting yourself above, other
Everything else.
people.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what your
yeah.
God does. That's exactly what he
But
does. And then you're telling me his ultimate purpose
if
is for
God is
us
above
to,
everything else, he's not putting himself above himself, is he?
Ian, do you find jealousy to be part of God's attributes?
So, in the sense of God, yes, wants us to worship Him
Wants
and
worship.
acknowledge Him. Yeah,
That's weird.
I think it's the acknowledgement and understanding and belief that God is the ultimate creator of the universe and that we owe Him our love and affection and worship.
Wow. So we that's weird to me, Ian. That's very weird to me. So jealousy, let's go back to that part. Do you think that's a part of God's attributes? The Bible says he's a jealous God, and according to the Bible. So do you believe that
Yes,
part to
but
be true?
I don't think that's a playground jealousy of one child
It's
wanting
worse.
the lollipop of someone else.
It's worse. It's
So
actually worse than that.
you're the
So he's so
if
jealous
the
that
ultimate God of the
he
universe, you would expect that you would want your creation to love and worship you.
I wouldn't care, Ian. I wouldn't care. That's weird that
But you're
God
not
cares so
God.
much. Right. And I'm just a petty human being with petty human emotions, and I would not care. But God is so petty that he has to have
But God
that
cares.
glory. He wants
It's
that
not
glory so
petty.
bad. Well,
It's
Ian,
not petty. It's love.
he created an entire being that flies around and says, "Glory, glory, glory is the name of the Lord" all day long. He created this being to fly around his throne. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I'm going to go to Exodus 20, verse 5. I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God,
why is
punishing the children for the sins of their fathers. That to me is a
why is that?
petty human emotion right there.
So why is that bad?
I'm saying that's egotistical. Egotistical is bad. God himself
Why
doesn't
is
like pride.
why is that bad?
Is pride bad, Ian? Is pride bad?
Depends what you call pride.
Right. What God is doing is God's pridefulness. Is it a bad thing?
You think pride is bad.
I think some kind of the over assumption that you're so awesome is definitely bad, Ian. It's definitely bad.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because it's a false sense of entitlement, as it's a false sense of
Why is
I'm
it
better than
false?
you, and that whole thing of I'm better than you and you're better than me and all this that just doesn't fly well with me, man. We're all pretty
Why
equal.
is
We all
that?
have our own flaws.
But
And
why is
your
that
God, I
false?
think, definitely has some flaws.
But why? You haven't given
Why
me a
do I
reason
think he
why.
has
You just
flaws?
restated that you think it's bad, but you haven't said why it's bad.
Well, it's not beneficial, Ian. It's not beneficial. If we're all equal, there's nobody better than each other, anybody. Maybe you're better at one thing than me, or I'm better at something else than you, but we're all equal, Ian. And to boast and to be that
Why are we
ridiculously
all equal?
egotistical is not beneficial.
But why are we all equal?
I don't know. Why are we all
You
equal,
already
Ian?
said we're different, so why should we be equal?
Right, we're all equal in this playing field, Ian. We're all human beings on this world trying to do our best. All on the
But
same
we're
equal
not.
playing field, Ian. We're not human
I mean,
beings
you
trying to
probably
do
heard
our
about
best
the
in this
woman
planet.
who you hear about the mushroom woman here in Australia?
Do you think she was trying to benefit herself?
Yeah.
There you go. So she's trying to do better for herself there.
Yeah.
So we're all equal. We're all trying to benefit
So that's
ourselves here.
okay
We're all trying
then.
to benefit our own needs here, Ian.
I think we're
So
all
it's not beneficial
egotistical.
for all of us, so for some of us to think we're better than the other people, especially when
Yeah.
when we lash out on people we think are less than us, Ian.
But in her case, she thought it was beneficial, but it wasn't very beneficial for the people that died.
Right. It's not beneficial when God kills children.
Does God kill children?
You've read the Bible, Ian, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do you believe the Bible to be true, Ian?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So
hang on.
you can't seriously
Why
tell
is
me
that
you haven't read the part where your God slaughters children pointlessly.
but why is that wrong?
Ian, say that again.
Yeah, why is that wrong?
Ian,
Are you
are
taking
you
on
seriously questioning the death
a
of children as
moral,
being not maybe not wrong?
yeah, are you expressing a moral judgment?
Wow. Are you okay with the slaughtering of kids, Ian?
I don't slaughter kids,
Right, but your God does, Ian.
but
Are you
God is
okay with the
the.
slaughtering of children, Ian? Are you okay with that?
So let's say I am writing a story.
Is it okay
I'm
to
reading a
slaughter
story
kids?
at the moment. No, 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 hang on. I'm answering your
It's a
question.
very easy question, though. I really want to know because now I'm kind of perturbed.
No, no, no.
Is it okay to
No, no,
slaughter
no. You're
kids,
just
Ian?
framing it. You're framing the question in a way that's sure going to be entertaining, but it's not
Ian,
actually looking at the
your
bigger
God
question.
slaughters children. I just want to make sure that Ian is not okay with the slaughtering of children. It's an easy
So
question, Ian.
God can do
Whew.
whatever he chooses.
So does that mean Ian is okay with the slaughtering of children?
God can do whatever he chooses.
God can do whatever he chooses. Thank you, Ian. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, but I want to
But
know
I also,
if Ian is
yeah,
okay with the slaughtering of children.
God is fine doing whatever he chooses
Wow,
because he
Ian,
is the
this
creator
is
of the
crazy sauce to
universe.
me. Ian, it's an
No, it's
easy
not.
answer.
So let's take a step back.
Let's take a step
Why
forward.
is it wrong?
Please answer the question.
No, I have. I
You
just
have
answered the
not.
question.
You've told me God can do
Yeah,
whatever he wants. I want Ian to tell
yeah.
me that it's bad or good to slaughter children. Which one is it, Ian?
What? Well, you have to tell me what bad or good is.
Ian, you can't figure that out on your own.
Not
Why do
without
I have to
God.
tell you, Ian?
Because what you're doing is you're taking a moral framework from Christianity and you're
Which part
applying
of
it to your
Christianity says it's
atheist
bad to slaughter
materialist
children?
framework.
I'm reading when your God does it.
Yeah.
I'm reading when your
But
God does it, and it's okay.
hang on, you asked me a
I'm not
question.
using Christianity, Ian.
Um,
I'm explaining to
you
you how I'm
are,
not
you
using
are.
Christianity.
You are making a moral judgment on the
I'm making a
basis of,
moral judgment on your moral
yes,
center. Yes.
no, no, no. You're
According
making
to
a moral
your
judgment
moral center,
that
your
something is
guide for
bad.
morality, according to your guide for morality, it's okay to slaughter children. Ian, that's your guide for morality, not mine.
It's not okay for me to slaughter children,
Your guide,
but
the guide that you look to for morality,
God
slaughters children.
created the universe. Hang on. God created the universe.
I know you
God
think
is
that.
good.
God is not.
God can do as he chooses with his creation.
Daniel 4:35.
Now,
Yes.
you are saying that something is bad.
But you
Tell me
can't answer the
why
question,
it
Ian.
is
It's really
bad.
funny to me. Not really funny,
I
actually.
have answered your question.
You haven't answered the question. It's a yes or
Why
no question.
why is something bad?
Because it causes unnecessary harm. Ian, is it okay to cause unnecessary harm towards children? Because against my morals, my morality that I use is causing unnecessary harm is bad. But according to your source of morality, your center for morality, your guide for morality, Ian, he says it's okay to do this thing. He
What's harm?
instructs people to do it.
What's harm?
Killing children is harmful, Ian. Come on, man. Come on,
Now, you
man.
said the
Like
guide for
that's
your
such an easy
morality
one.
is causing
Ian,
unnecessary harm.
right. Do you think it's okay to kill children, Ian?
So, what is harm?
Avoiding again. I just want you to
No,
know
no,
that I
no.
realize you're avoiding the question. I can
Yeah,
see
I
this
know.
happening.
You just want to go on and on and on. I'm
I
going
just
back
want
to
an
the source
answer,
of
Ian.
what is your source of
Scary stuff, dude.
moral framework, and causing unnecessary harm, I think, is just your preference.
Ian,
You
is it your preference
prefer
that we should cause
not to
unnecessary harm?
cause unnecessary harm.
Ian, is it your preference that we should
No,
cause unnecessary?
it's not my moral
Right, it's not
framework.
mine either, Ian. It's not mine either.
No.
But it's your God's moral framework.
But you are saying that
But it's
God
your
is
God's
bad.
moral framework. Your God's
So
moral
what is
framework is it's okay
your
to do this.
so what is your how do you know this was unnecessary?
So the child had to suffer for 7 days before it died from the sickness that God gave it. Why did the child have to suffer for 7 days, Ian? David and
Is
Bathsheba's
that
child. Why did
necessary?
it have to suffer for 7 days?
I really don't know.
Me neither. It's pointless. Absolutely pointless. Why did the children have to drown during the flood, Ian? Why did they have to breathe in the vengeful rainwater from God? Pointless. Absolutely pointless. Why did God have
That's
to
not
slaughter
pointless.
every child from the Amalekites? Why did he want them all to die?
So why did
Pointless
have God
suffering
have to
and
create a
death.
wonderful world for us to live in and
Yeah.
enjoy? Why does he
Pointless suffering
provide
and death everywhere, Ian.
why does God provide all these things for
God
us? Why
doesn't
does he
provide
provide
anything,
you?
Ian. You have to
Why did he
demonstrate how
provide you
God.
with a wife and children to love and care for? Why has God provided you with a world at all?
Kali Ma provided it for you.
Pardon?
It was the God that came before your God. Actually, is the one that provided it, Ian. There's other gods
But
out
you
there,
don't
man.
believe in God.
There's lots of
You
gods out
believe
there,
we
Ian.
are
I do
a
believe in one God. I do believe in one God.
you believe in a
The
cosmic
green light
accident.
God. Ian, the green light God is real. When you're driving, make
So
sure you use your blinker.
if you're a materialist, you believe in
Tell me what I
just
believe, Ian.
material stuff.
What do I believe
That
in,
we
Ian?
are just an accident. Is that right?
Yep,
We are
we're all
just an
just
accident.
accidents. Happy little
Okay.
accidents.
So the ultimate meaning to your life is an accident.
I already told you what my meaning was, Ian. Now you're just assuming things.
No, we didn't talk about ultimate meaning.
I
The
did tell
ultimate
you what my
purpose of
meaning
your
was.
life,
I did. I'm
you
sorry, Ian.
you are
Your
just an
ultimate purpose is
accident.
to glorify the documented child killer of the Bible. And to me, that's weird.
No, no,
My
no.
ultimate purpose is to leave this place better than I found it. At least attempt to leave this place better than I found it. And to live my
Okay.
life to the fullest and enjoy the crap out of it. I surround myself with things that make my life happy, that are less harmful to the world around me. I don't know why that's so difficult to understand.
That's not difficult to understand.
Good. That's where I get it. That's my
It's just
purpose
that
then, Ian.
you have no rational basis for doing
I
so
That's so weird.
based
You
on
have
a
no
materialist
rational
philosophy.
basis for worshiping this God, Ian.
I
Ian,
know, but you're just laughing and joking about this, but this is a serious matter.
right, it's very scary, Ian.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying that people believe what you believe. It's absolutely terrifying. It's
I
very
think it's actually
serious.
terrifying that people believe what you believe
What do I believe, Ian?
because you believe that we are just a cosmic accident, that we have no
Why is that
ultimate purpose,
terrifying?
because there's no foundation for life, for truth, for beauty, for goodness,
Your foundation
nothing.
for goodness drowns
Your,
children, Ian. Your
no, it's not.
foundation for life
No, it's not.
slaughters innocent children in their bed while they're sleeping during the Exodus, Ian. That's your moral guide. That's your God.
So if you are right, the best you can hope for
You think I'm
is that
right
you
because the
are a
Bible is true according
cosmic.
to your beliefs
No,
there.
no, you're not letting me speak.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I apologize. Go ahead.
If you're right, the best you can hope for is to be a cosmic accident as your ultimate purpose. That's the best.
No, I'm so sorry, Ian. I give
So
my life
hang
purpose.
on, hang on.
I give my life
If
purpose, Ian. Stop assuming
if I,
things. I give my life purpose, and I already told you what my purpose was. It's not to think I'm a cosmic
but
accident
that's
and be
that's not an
miserable
ultimate purpose.
and not my.
Ultimately you're just stardust.
Yes,
Ultimately,
yes.
you have no
The
purpose
stars
whatsoever.
died to give you life, Ian.
You will disappear and forget. The stars are
Absolutely.
not a person.
It'll
They are
all go
just a
away.
bunch of atoms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Reality is harsh. It is. It is. Reality is difficult, Ian.
But you don't live that
I'm not
way.
gonna say it's easy. It's not easy to deal with
See,
reality,
I
death
don't
and
really
suffering
respect
and all
that
of
so
that.
much.
But to have an invisible guy that slaughters children and causes death and destruction and pain and suffering, and to think he's good, that's weird to me, Ian.
Have you read Nietzsche?
A little bit. He's hard to get through.
So I respect Nietzsche because
Well,
Nietzsche understood
right.
the outcome of his philosophical position.
Right, which is reality. What was the
The
outcome? Tell us
reality,
what was the outcome?
well, the outcome was there is no purpose.
You
We have
make
to
your
try
own
and,
purpose. Yes. Yes, Ian, that's it. See,
but
Nietzsche had it
but he
right.
could
We
not
make
do
our own
that.
purpose. He didn't make
And
his own
Sartre
purpose.
did the same thing, but he could not do that.
Could not do what?
Sartre came to the point of view that there
No, no,
is
no, no, no.
no there
What
is
could Nietzsche
no
not do?
find ultimate purpose.
He did. If you read the last of it, it tells you what the purpose was. It's to live life, to enjoy the people around you, to enjoy the things you have. But like, Ian, you missed the entire
Self-gratification.
point of Nietzsche.
Self-gratification.
You missed the entire point. It's
No, I didn't.
self-gratification versus worshiping a documented child killer. Ian, I'm going to go with self-gratification. Like, that's so weird,
Okay.
obviously.
So self-gratification is the meaning of your life.
Sure, great. As long as I'm happy and the people around me are not suffering, hey, why not?
Great.
Great.
So do you think that's a little bit selfish? Because there's other people
Oh, don't tell me
who
about
are not so.
selfishness. You have a God that created a being that flies around him saying glory, glory, glory all day
So,
long.
Michael,
Don't tell me about
let me finish
selfish.
what I was trying to say at the beginning. At the
Uh,
beginning, as I
Selfishness isn't
said,
bad
if
then.
if if all you have is a bunch of atoms,
Yes.
an accidental collision,
Yes. I'm a happy little
and
accident.
ultimately that's all you're ever going to be, and that is your
Cool.
ultimate purpose. That is one option.
That's not my ultimate purpose.
The
Ian, you
other
keep putting
option,
words in my mouth and assuming things. It's really weird.
no,
Even
I'm
after I told
saying
you what my purpose was.
If you are right, assuming you're right, that is the ultimate purpose.
It's
If
individual,
I'm
it's
right,
subjective, Ian.
hang on, I
It's
haven't finished
subjective.
talking.
It's
I haven't
subjective,
finished
Ian.
talking.
Right, you haven't
I
finished
haven't finished
assuming things
talking.
about me.
I haven't finished talking,
Go
Michael.
ahead,
I
Ian.
haven't
Go ahead.
finished
Go
talking.
ahead. Go ahead.
So if I'm right,
Uh-huh.
there's an ultimate creator of the entire universe.
Uh-huh.
That ultimate creator is the biggest thing in the universe.
Mm,
That created the world.
mm.
So a being like that cannot be egotistical by definition. God is the creator.
He can't
He
think
is
too
the
highly of
ultimate
himself.
being.
Ian,
Pardon?
can he think too highly of himself?
No,
No, he can't think
impossible.
too highly of himself.
No,
Wow.
impossible.
Wow.
It is philosophically and conceptually not possible
Yeah. Well, you have to demonstrate
because
that
he
your
is the
God is
biggest
this
thing.
perfect being. Can you
He is the
demonstrate that your
biggest
God is
thing.
a perfect, amazing being?
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to know that I am
I,
loved by the creator of the universe.
I asked if you could
And that
demonstrate
the
it,
fact
Ian.
that God loves me gives me purpose to my
Ian, can
life.
you demonstrate that your God is all powerful?
Well, God created the universe. I think that's big enough.
Mm, not really.
How big? We have to create two universes or
Sure,
three?
maybe. I don't know.
I mean, how big can you get, Michael?
I don't know.
Infinitely big?
Sure, there you go.
God is
Infinitely
infinitely
big.
big.
Oh, your God is
Infinitely
infinitely
big.
big. Interesting. So he takes up all the space. Are
Infinitely
we all living
large.
inside of God? Which part of God are we living in?
We're not living inside of God. We are separate from God.
God is taking up all the space, Ian.
He's not taking up all the space. I didn't
So
say he's
he's not
taking
the
up all the
largest being in
space.
all the world, universe.
He's the biggest thing in the world.
Well, he can't be if he's not taking up all the space. Ian, in order to be the biggest thing in all the universe,
No,
you'd have to
no,
take
no,
up all
no,
the
no.
space.
Don't be ridiculous.
You're
God is
being
separate from.
don't be ridiculous, Ian.
No, no,
Don't
no.
do
You're just being very. I would say you're being very
Ian.
narrow-minded about it.
Ian,
If God has
Ian, oh
created
my
the
goodness,
universe, God is
narrow-minded.
separate.
Narrow-minded
Yeah,
is my
God is
God is
separate
good no matter
from.
what. Ian,
If God is the
narrow-minded is my
creator of the
God is
universe,
good
God is
no matter
separate from
what.
time.
It doesn't, that's so
If
weird.
if God is the creator of the universe, God is separate from space-time.
So you're limiting your God.
No,
So
I'm
he's not
not.
separate from space and time, Ian.
He is separate from space and time.
Okay, so now
So
he's
God
limited.
sees
He
the
can only be
entire
separated from space and time. He can't be living in reality.
living in reality. It's just a reality that's bigger than space and time.
Now space and time is smaller than your God?
Yes.
So your God doesn't, so your God does fill
All
up
the
all the space.
space-time is smaller than God.
So your God does fill up all the space, and we are next to
No, I
your
didn't
God right
say.
now.
I never said God filled up all the space.
He takes up space and time. He's bigger than
I
space
said
and
God
time, right?
was the biggest thing.
Right, bigger than space and time. So in other words,
So I have this book
to
here,
me, right, there you go. Your
and
book
I've got two books here, right?
and this
This book
book,
is bigger
but
than
God
these
is
two
bigger
books.
than all of this, right? God is bigger than my book
Hang
here.
on.
So that means your
These
God
two
takes up
books.
all the space in the middle, right? Because
No,
he's
no,
bigger
no.
than all of that.
Just let me finish. This
I want to know.
book is bigger than this, but this doesn't occupy all the space of that.
So your God lives outside of space and time. He doesn't live in our reality.
It lives in a bigger reality.
Okay, so he doesn't live in our reality, but he can interact with our reality.
Yes, he's the creator of space-time. So, Michael, here, let's go back to the beginning. I
I don't
wrote
know
a
if I want to do
story.
that. Oh, there you go. Go ahead. Yeah, let's do that.
I wrote a story. In my story,
Ugh.
I eliminated some characters because it didn't fit the purpose of the story,
Mhm.
because it will confuse the readers.
Did you cause
And I
those characters
changed,
suffering?
yeah, they suffered. And
In real life, you made real people and caused them to suffer.
I made the characters suffer
Oh,
in the
not in real
story.
life though. So it's just a story.
And if I write another story,
Uh-huh.
like John Grisham, for example, writes a story, He creates characters in the story and he creates a whole world in the
Uh-huh.
story. And the
But this
characters
isn't real.
interact and they do things.
But it's not
They're
real,
his
Ian.
creation. So can the character, some characters do bad things, some characters do good things. Some characters interact in ways, some are loving, some are this.
All by
Some are
your hand.
noble, but also scoundrels at the same time.
All forced by
All
your hand
sorts
to
of
do those
things
things.
happen in that world, right? Can John Grisham change that world? Yes. He can write a different story. But can the world come back and say, well, you're in the book? Well, no, John Grisham is separate from the book. John Grisham is an author. He's in a bigger reality than the reality that's in the book. And that's the
Never-ending story.
same concept with God. God is the writer of the story and the creator. The
So you're
story
limiting your
cannot turn
God. Thank you
around.
for letting me know you're limiting your God. He can't live in our reality because the author of the reality can't live in the reality. He has to be separate from the reality. So that's why everybody's separate from your God right now, because your God is limited with his powers. All right, Ian. That's all I'm getting out of that. I appreciate it.
That's not what I said.
Well, then he has ultimate power and he lives in this reality.
If I
Then he
write the
can be the
story about
author of the
ultimate,
book and in the book.
I can create any story I like.
Ian, can your God be the author outside of the book and inside of the book?
Yeah, God can interact with the book.
Can he be inside of the book as well?
What does that mean?
Ian, reality. Can your God live in this reality with us? Can he be present in this reality with us? Or does he have to stay in his extra weird world outside of space and time?
Well, if you're referring to becoming human, then
This is
God
maddening.
did
I did not refer to that at all. I just
come
said, can he
into the
interact with
world
this place? Yes or
and
no?
became part of the world in the person of Jesus Christ. Incarnation.
Pointless.
So yes, God can choose to enter and become part of that world and live as one of us.
So the
And he has
whole
done
entire
so.
thing we just went through was pointless. Ian, your God
No,
can
no, it's not at
interact
all.
and live inside of this world.
God can, if he wishes,
There you go.
can interact
So
with the
the entire
world.
point of you limiting your
And
God was pointless. We now understand that
I'm not
yes,
limiting
your
God.
God can live inside of this reality. Your God can take up space inside of the book. Correct?
Can.
That's the
I,
whole thing
I,
I've been asking, Ian. That's the entire thing I've been asking for the last 10 minutes. Can your God do
no, you've
this?
been telling me that he can't. So I'm
Okay, Ian,
saying
thank you
that
so much. I
God
appreciate
can
this.
interact
He
with the
definitely
world that he's
right.
created.
We've definitely
Yeah.
established that now.
And God can still be separate from the world in the same way that I can interact with a book as an author. I
So
can
your God
even
can
write
take himself
myself
out of
into the
this
book.
reality. Poof, and he's
So
out of
I've
this
written
reality.
myself in this book,
Oof.
while I'm not the book. I'm not the same
Thank you,
thing as
Ian.
the
I
book.
appreciate that. Yes, I know you're not the
I've
book.
made of something different to the book,
Yeah, I
something a lot more
understand that. You're not
complicated than what
also
the
not
book.
an all-powerful God, Ian. There's the big difference there. I think
No,
that's the
but the
point you're
analogy
missing.
works very well.
It fails every
God can
step
be
of the way
separate.
if you're an all-powerful God that can be both inside and outside of the book, Ian.
I mean, this is not a new concept. This has been around for
Ian, you're
at
not
least three and a
understanding me,
half
or I'm
thousand
not
years.
understanding you, but either way, the connections are not connecting here. There's
Well, the
something
concept is
wrong.
a
I'm
very
not
old
sure what it
one.
is.
I mean, Plato understood this concept.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that.
It's not new.
Right. It's very unusual the way you're going about it, Ian.
No, I don't think so. There are lots of people who use that illustration of artwork or writing a book. It's a very good one.
It's terrible because
You
your
know,
God can do both, Ian. Your God is all powerful. He can do both.
it can enter the world, yeah, and it did.
Right. So the analogy is absolutely pointless if your God can do both.
No, I've written myself in this book.
We understand that you've written yourself into the book, Ian. I totally get it. Everybody gets it.
But Jesus wrote himself into the book of
Jesus wrote
life as
himself
well.
into the book. Oh, Ian,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Why would I'm not even I just Ian, I don't even know where to go from here. This has been fun. I'm not sure if we've actually accomplished anything with this conversation.
Well, I think
Probably a little bit
your
of both
listeners
on. I think it's a little bit
will
on
hear a
both in
different
there, Ian.
analogy than maybe they've heard before.
Christians are terrible with analogies, Ian. That's you guys are great at assumptions, assume all kinds of things, but analogies, absolute garbage, man. Absolutely terrible. You have an all-powerful God, but you're limiting him to writing a book and having to stay outside of the book. That's nonsense, Ian. Your God is all-powerful. He can do anything he wants. He can be the book if he wants to be the book. Like, it's so weird to me, Ian. I don't get it. But thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. You are living in Australia, so you live in the future right now, which is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining me from the future. It looks bright and sunny. At least we're still alive.
Well, but it was pouring with rain this morning, right? But now it's sunny. So if tomorrow morning when you get up, and
at least we know the sun's going to be there. Yeah,
the sun's going to come out. Don't worry.
Thank you, Ian.
Hold that thought.
Oh my goodness! All right, go ahead and tell us
Michael.
Where can we find you at, and then any last words you got there, buddy?
Yeah, so my website is ianreilly.com.au. You can find everything there, me, the book, and so on. I just don't know how to write that. Can I send that to you in an email back?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if your website's in the, I'll put it in the show notes.
It'll be in Podmatch.
Exactly. Yeah, I got you, buddy. I got you. All right. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Michael.
Stay safe out there, man.
I enjoyed it. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
That's all the show there is for you today. Thanks for listening. As always, you can find all things BSW related on the show's website at thebiblesayswhat.com. If you like what you heard and want to help keep the recording light on, simply go to thebiblesayswhat.com and sign up to be a supporter of the show. Your episodic tithes of $1 or more will get you early access to each new episode on Wednesdays instead of Sundays. You can also catch me live on the show's TikTok and YouTube channel every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. PST. Links are in the show notes. And no matter which platform you use to listen to your podcasts, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on the next episode. Until then, would you kindly share and review the show? Ciao.